We are live here. It's Friday. We finally made it to the weekend. I don't know why I have a headset on because I am live by myself right now, so nobody's even talking to me. Therefore, I don't need it. I think that's the second time I've done that this week. I really don't know what I'm doing without having TJ here to talk to. So, apparently I'm lost whenever TJ's not here. All good, though. Yeah, we don't need a headset on. You guys can't talk to me. I can talk to you guys, and you guys reply via text in the chat that I don't get to hear out loud in my ears. So anyways, yes, we are going to be getting some of this value in here. Actually, let's just go ahead and build really fast because there seems to be some really good plays here on the optimizer. Sorry, we'll get into an intro or something after we build. But right now, Christian McCaffrey's fantasy score is too high when comparing to the market. Penix Jr. is too high at 300 passing yards. We'll talk more about this in a little bit. Baker, putting all of our trust in Baker Mayfield over in fantasy score at 14.5, as it looks like the sportsbooks are projecting him to be higher than that. Mark Williams under fantasy score in the NBA. Man, this slip is getting wild. Mark Williams under fantasy score. I'm looking for one more. Mitch Marner under 2.5 shots unless we stick with Tyus Jones over 23. We want to stick to NBA and let's stick with Tyus Jones. I'm going to stick with Tyus Jones. I'm going to keep this NBA, NFL, and college football. Tyus Jones over 23 fantasy score. Boom. Let's go ahead and get this locked in. I don't have a Flex Friday. We'll talk about that in a second. You know what? We'll talk about that in a second. Boom. All right, there's a slip. I put the slip in the chat for you guys to go ahead and tail. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button while you're at it after you're done tailing that slip. I would greatly appreciate it, as it really does help us out here on the channel. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, that being PrizePicks and not giving everybody a Flex Friday slip. So we got one slip off right there for you guys. If you guys have Flex Friday, you could use it for that. If not, you're in my boat, where I don't actually have an option to opt in for a Flex Friday slip. Some people have gotten $50 Flex Fridays, $100, $400 Flex Fridays, where they have entries up to that amount and can go ahead and we'll get reimbursed that amount if they miss, of course. I don't have one. A lot of people that follow me and that post plays don't have one. Not quite sure what's going on, if they're not giving winning bettors them. I don't know what's going on. A lot of people on Twitter are jumping up conclusions like that might be happening, that they're taking away Flex Friday for certain people, and then giving higher Flex Friday amounts to others. I have no clue what it is. I'm sure PrizePicks will address it at some point. I think I've seen a live chat with an agent where they're working on an issue where not everybody got it. So I'm assuming we're all going to get it, to be honest, but let's not jump to conclusions on what's exactly going on. So we'll see. Ooh, it's a really good play here. We kind of already used up this value. If you haven't got that slip in already, I would put in Clifford Omorori over 7.5 rebounds over the Tyus Jones play. I think that's a really good play. Yeah. All right. Let me check up on chat real quick. Still only 12 likes, guys. Come on, hit the like button. Evan says, "What's up, Dustin's always a pleasure. Appreciate it." Where's the Flex Friday opt-in? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Flex Friday, but we're all good. We're going to still build out slips. We'd be playing these slips anyways, right? We're playing these plays at volume. And that Omolari play or whatever is gone. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that right now. All right, let's keep on moving. We kind of sniped that value, and now this is not even touching on the middling tool just yet, but just what we have here. Ooh. Okay, hold on. All right, Penix we just took. We could have got it 1 more yard better here, but that's fine. This is what I'm going to do. So I've already actually played this Roman Wilson play. I'm going to take Blake Corum under 18.5 rush attempts. If you haven't played that Roman Wilson play, really, really good play. Let me see if it's even up here and available still. Don't want to play him in the same slip because it is a little bit of negative correlation under receptions and under rush attempts. Right? Because if they're... Oh my god, my keyboard is in shambles. Because if they're passing the ball more, obviously you have better chance for him to go under rush attempts. Or if he's going over rush attempts, it's likely that Roman Wilson's not getting over 5 receptions, basically. Sorry, I got a lot in my head going on about this, but I just refreshed. We actually have even better play here. Ooh, it's still a solid play. Yeah, we could probably still play that. Yeah, I'm gonna take Noah Carter over 4.5 rebounds, Corum under 18.5 rush, and the Sor Thompson over 7 rebounds. Let's go ahead and get that in. Dude, my keyboard is just messing up. It's spelling stuff wrong. Sor Thompson over Blake Corum under 18.5 rush attempts. And then who was the gentleman? Noah Carter. In college basketball, over 4.5 rebounds. Boom. There it is. Like the stream, chat. Yep. Appreciate it. All right. There's value flying around everywhere. We got NBA games like crazy today. We obviously have NFL coming up. We have, and Noah Carter just got a little worse. All good. Still a solid play. Still plus EV playing it with the 2 plays we got it in with. Blake Corum is off when comparing to FanDuel by a rush attempt. Sor Thompson is at 7.5 on most books. Heavily juiced over 6.5 on 2 books. So I am liking taking that at 7 here on Underdog. Let's go ahead and there's got to be some really good value here on ParlayPlay. Now, guys, I want to tell you guys this. I wish we could correlate here, but we can't. I want to tell you guys this. Look, ParlayPlay now 6-pick insured slips are the best slip type. Identical to PrizePicks payouts, so it's going to be 54.34%. So if you guys are looking at it like this, I understand these are showing red and such, but they are not. If you do click this 6-pick insured, it shows it green up to 54.34%. Now, you guys can also go below that as long as your fair odds percentage on each individual leg is going to be greater than your average fair odds percentage is going to be greater than that 54.34%. Enough talking. Let's build. Let's build here on ParlayPlay. So let's see. JJ McCarthy under 19 pass completions. Set to 17.5 on Barstool Sportsbook with juice on the under. Pretty wild. We're not going to play Blake Corum. Number one, it's negative correlation if he's going under pass completions. Likely they're not passing the ball a lot. He's going over rush attempts if that's the case. He's set to 17.5, so we already got that play. Anyways, on Underdog. Brandon Ingram over 10.5 rebounds plus assist. Over 10.5 rebounds plus assist. What do we have? Adibo, under 4 tackles plus assist. He set the 3.5 on the sports books. I did get him at over 3.5 earlier. I think I might skip him just in this one. Probably going to play him end up later on. Did play already Geno Smith. I haven't played Jalen Green under 27.5 points plus rebounds. That I'm going to go ahead and get in. I do suggest playing that Geno Smith play. If you guys have not played it, I am obviously building out for you guys, but I'm also not going to overexpose myself. Geno Smith under 33.5 pass attempts, set to 32.5 on the sports books. Jalen Wright, I've played a decent amount of these. John Collins over 22 points plus rebounds in. What does that leave us? That's only 4 picks. Did they just get rid of one? Or am I tripping? Let me refresh real quick. Make sure we're not missing on anything. John Collins, Dak Prescott, under 31.5 pass attempts. Okay, all right. Dak Prescott is against the Giants, under 31.5 pass attempts. Looking like they're going to get ahead maybe, and yeah. Lamar Jackson, under 28.5 pass attempts. Okay, in. All right, we need one more. Yep. Lamar Jackson, under 28.5 pass attempts. So there it is. It's going to be a 6-pick insured slip here on ParlayPlay for 25x payout. Give you guys some time to go ahead and get that in as well. I'll go ahead and read it off one more time. We got McCarthy, JJ McCarthy, under 19 pass completions. We have Brandon Ingram, over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. We have Jalen Green, under 27.5 points plus rebounds. We have John Collins, Jalen Green was under 27.5 points plus rebounds. John Collins, over 22 rebounds plus assists. Rebounds plus points. And then Dak Prescott and Lamar Jackson under pass attempts. Oh, I got it locked in. Where's the headset, you coward? Jenny, I'm not talking to anybody, all right? My Five Below Nerf headset is right here. TJ's not here on the stream, so I don't have to wear it today. All right? Alex, what up? Dustin, thoughts on ParlayPlay 7-man 75X? Positive EV. Let's see. You the man. Number 1 EV play for PrizePicks. The 75 for, what is that? Uninsured? Sure, I believe that's a really solid slip type as well. It's just like, do you have the nuts to do that? Like, do you have the nuts to play a 7-pick uninsured parlay? Obviously, 75X, enticing, right? I'm going to stick to the little bit easier to hit and with the insurance. Both solid. Let me see. We have it on here. Yeah, so it's basically the same exact thing as the 6-pick non-insured now. Minus 117. I don't know if that's updated. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the math on the 7-pick. I've just been playing the optimal that we've been talking about. So I have to double check to see if that is updated or not. I don't think it's changed, so it should be correct. But yeah. Sunny says best positive EV play for PrizePicks. Let's go to PrizePicks. Maybe we can find another slip here. All right, so if you're looking for a top slip on PrizePicks, I know most of us that were in here at the beginning of the stream got this already in, or some of these plays already in. But Christian McCaffrey, under 20 fantasy score. Look, he's set to 17.5-ish, let's say, 17.8 across the major sports books. If they were to have that fantasy score market by taking into consideration all the props that make up fantasy score here on PrizePicks for NFL, that's what they would have it projected at, taking into consideration even lines for all those props. Michael Penix Jr., under 300 pass yards, set to 275.5 on FanDuel. Honestly, the real good play is probably over 275.5 on FanDuel at the moment. 25 yards off these other books, including PrizePicks. Mark Williams, under 28.5 fantasy score. Direct comparison to Barstool Sportsbook. Once again, seems PrizePicks is a little too aggressive. Mitch Marner, under 2.5 shots on goal. I like this play. Looks like Pinnacle is at -118. They're very, very sharp sportsbook. I'm curious where these end up going, but as it stands right now, this is a really good play. I mean, it looks like Pinnacle might be off here in comparison to the rest of the market. So, honestly, Pinnacle's looking like a solid play on the under of 2.5 when comparing to the market if you have access to Pinnacle. Cameron Dicker the kicker, under 1.5 field goals made, -143 average odds to go under. Still above that 54.34%, and then ended off with Tyus Jones over 23 fantasy score, off by about 1.2 fantasy score, 1.5 fantasy score, when comparing to two other books being DraftKings and Barstool Sportsbook. Tyler says, just got the Flex Friday. Let's go. Alex says, but Christian McCaffrey's my favorite player. He could never go under. Hey, I'll be honest. I hope he scores a touchdown, and that's all he does in the game. But also at the same time, it's like, I don't care. I'm playing so much volume. I'm going to have some plays that kind of contradict each other in a little bit. Obviously, you don't love that, but like, I have Christian McCaffrey to score a touchdown on Fliff at -150, right? His average odds was like -190 or something, or it was like -207 on Pinnacle, and then another book had it at like -178 or something. So getting at -150 was solid. I don't know. I'm actually curious to see what Christian McCaffrey's anytime touchdown is currently on Fliff. But yeah, so I have him over 0.5 touchdowns, and I also have him to go under fantasy score, and I'm completely fine doing that. I'm playing all of these plays at volume, and that's going to happen sometimes. And he can still score a touchdown and go under fantasy score. Like, it's possible. So I'm just checking to see what this is at now. So it's only at -160, so it hasn't moved all that much, but a little bit of value. Not too much changing on the PrizePicks board. Noah Carter's back up. Looks like DraftKings has came up to -145, so that's good to see for us. Spencer Dinwiddie, a solid play. Roman Wilson is a really good play, guys. Set to 4.5 and 3.5 on multiple books. Obviously, there's some juice on the overs of these, but getting this at 5 and playing that over the long term, over and over again, is going to be a profitable play here on Underdog. Obviously, you have that push potential at 5 as well. CFB correlation slip. So the thing is, I have McCaffrey in actual. The sad thing is, I have McCaffrey in actual fantasy. Coop, I'm jealous. I wish I had McCaffrey in fantasy. Let me see. I'm probably not going to give away a correlation slip here on the stream. I just tweeted one out. If you guys want to check my Twitter, it's actually just put this little fancy thing here. I made this just before the stream. At Sports by Dustin on Twitter, or X. I can't come around to calling it X, first off. Like, it makes me mad. Like, it's a very Elon thing to do to change it to X, right? But like, makes me mad. Like, can we just all be in agreement to call it Twitter? Actually, funny story, real quick. Side note, you guys probably don't care. Maybe lose a viewer or two. I was walking down the street, like in this like little town with like, you know, restaurants and stuff, and there's people that are like eating outside. You could, like, I was walking past this, and you could almost tell it was a first date just like as I'm walking by, and then I hear this guy talk about something he watched on Twitter the other day, and the girl goes, "You mean X?" And I wanted to throw up in my mouth. Like, it's called Twitter. Let's be honest. No, it's called Twitter. Like, you're not calling it an XYZ whenever you tweet something, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Elon starts saying that. I'm going to be honest with you. And then, but it's called a tweet. Even though it's X, it's still called a tweet. I don't know what you guys want. Anyways, I'm going to keep on scoping to see if we get some more value here. No, nothing too much on. Let's check Fliff. See if we got some stuff on Fliff. Ooh, Asor Thompson over 7.5 rebounds. Sign me up. Sign me up. Sign me up. I'm excited this Friday, guys. If you guys don't know, I'm going to the Florida State-Miami game this weekend in Tallahassee, and I'm super pumped for that. It's going to be my first game in Doak this year. Usually go to Doak a couple times throughout the year. This year has not panned out that way. It's been a busy year for what it is, and so it's going to be my first time in Doak this year. And screw Miami. So, yeah, Asor Thompson on the Detroit Pistons over 7.5 rebounds. I'm looking on my phone because Fliff only has a mobile presence at the moment. Minus 105. These other books have it much higher. It looks like DraftKings is still kind of low. I would love to see that adjust, but they've seemed to be a little slower as of late. Gonna toss the premium Discord a little bone here too, unless somebody, probably Sano's already put it in there. I bet. Watch, I'm gonna check Sano's slips. No, he hasn't. Let's go. I'm a wagon. Let's go. All right. Dustin, I know you're last place in your fantasy. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Nah. I ain't last place. How was the atmosphere when you went to Clemson? Jack Witt says, yeah, so I did go to the FSU Clemson game at Clemson earlier this year. Amazing. I love going to Clemson. It was my second time going. The first time, I forgot what year that was, 2015, 2014, 2015, I think it was. Dalvin Cook starts the game, second play of the game, 75-yard rushing touchdown. I'm up there with like 4 of my best friends in a sea of orange, and we're FSU fans, going crazy. And FSU ended up losing that game, so it was nice to go to a game that they ended up winning, which was in OT, which made the game even better. Obviously, would have loved to beat them badly and, you know, show the committee something because we're in the hunt for the playoffs. But what can you do? Jaren Jackson Jr. actually, guys, minus 125 there. Yeah, I'm getting this in as well. Sorry, 1 second. All right. Yeah, I went ahead and got that in. Let's see. I'm on MacBook and I have Fliff as an app, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that is actually sick. Fliff legal in California. Do you know what other book is? I'm not sure. Fliff is legal in a lot of states. I'm not sure if it's California or not. Maybe somebody in here knows. Man, two really, really good plays. Jaren Jackson Jr. under 35.5. This is actually on Fliff. You're going to be taking the under of Jaren Jackson Jr. 35.5 PRA. Set the average odds of -153 across sportsbooks there. Across three major sportsbooks, one being Pinnacle at -157. We love seeing Pinnacle with a good line that's in our favor because they are one of the sharpest sportsbooks in the world. DraftKings -145, a little bit lower. We've kind of been seeing that lately with DraftKings, and then Caesars at -160, another sharp sportsbook. As long as FSU wins out, they will be in. Yeah, my only concern is the Washington and the committee falling in love with Washington, whose defense isn't that great. They've also struggled like 4 straight weeks to win against inferior opponents besides USC. Obviously, USC is a solid team. USC's defense sucks. Otherwise, they could win a lot of games. Jaren Jackson Jr. on PrizePicks right now on the under. Might be able to build out a slip here on PrizePicks. Another one. Jaren Jackson Jr. Under 43.5 fantasy score. Actually, hold up. You know what? You might be right. Let me check Underdog. Does Underdog have their fantasy scores up yet? No, they don't. Wonder what his line's going to come in at on Underdog. They were way too aggressive the other night. I don't know if you guys caught some of them. I'm going to take Sore Thompson under 11.5 rebounds plus assists. And you guys might be tripping because I just took his over 7.5 rebounds. We took his over 7 rebounds. Like, I hope you guys understand there's value on both of these plays. And he can get 9 rebounds and get 1 assist and we still win. Like, it can happen, right? And we're playing these at volume. That's literally plus EV in a nutshell, right? There's going to be some plays that kind of negatively correlate across your slips, but obviously not playing them together is huge, but you couldn't really do that in the first place. You get what I'm saying here. Mitch Marner. I am going to go ahead and get this in a slip earlier. Remember, I had skipped it earlier. Coming back to it now. Marner, under 2.5 shots on goal. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's moving on that line. Cameron Dicker, under 1.5. I don't think I had this in the first slip we made. Looks like he's came up a little bit. Mr. Dicker the kicker, under 1.5 field goals. And then Brooks Barnsizer, over 12, heavily juiced over 11.5 on multiple sports books. Bet Online's got him juiced over 12.5. What the heck was his first name again? Brooks. Boom. There it is. Jaren Jackson Jr. under. Sir Thompson under. Marner under. Dicker under. Brooks Barzizer over. He's at 35 on UD. So, yeah. So, see, they're already adjusting. Dropping them down lower. Went ahead and put that slip into the chat if you guys want to tail that. Check it out. $75 of you guys in here. 22 likes. I appreciate it. Been live 36 minutes. Still finding some value here and there. Make sure you guys are drinking water. Dorian Finney-Smith. Ooh, hold up. All right. Interesting one with Dorian Finney-Smith here. Pinnacle's like pretty far off compared to the market. So I wonder if we're going to see these lines jump up. And if that's the case, I mean, this is already a solid play, right? Even if it's minus 140, you're getting a little bit of value here on Fliff. But, like, if we see these come up to closer to 160, these two come up to 160 or, you know, higher, minus 170, minus 175, and this maybe comes up, like, that's going to be a really good play. I've already got this Grayson Allen play in earlier. I think what I might do, all right, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a 2-pick parlay here on Fliff with Dorian Finney-Smith. We're going to dive into that play. I'm assuming that Pinnacle's in the direction of where these props are going. Maybe not that high. Maybe Fliff comes down a little bit, but maybe 165-ish, 170. What I'm thinking. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's see. Dorian Finney-Smith under 19.5. And then we're going to take... actually, we can't do that. I've already played Grayson Allen. Honestly, it might be a Grayson Allen under 13. No. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we just take it straight up. I think we just take it straight up. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm diving in. Pool fantasy score. I agree with you. Damn, Pool can have a good game tonight. He sucks. Oh, you guys must be on the Optimizer. Look, if you guys don't have access to the Optimizer, linked in the description of this live stream, you guys can actually get access to it. Fantasy Bundle is the Optimizer and the middling tool. The middling tool helps scan the sportsbook market to find discrepancies across that market. Obviously, Optimizer is sportsbooks and, you know, finding discrepancies between lines and odds, directly comparing back to the sportsbooks, to PrizePicks, to Underdog, etc. And then obviously you've probably heard by now, unless this is your first time here in the stream or finding our channel. If it is, number one, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We post plenty of content, stream multiple times a day here on this channel, finding the best value for you guys. We also have this beautiful tool here at dailygrindfantasy.com, linked in the description, where you guys can get access to this correlation tool, where we give you fully positively correlated slips here that you just plug and play at volume across multiple different sports and apps if you have them. And it's up 561 units in basically the last 3 months. If you're playing this tool nightly, day in, day out, obviously, across these sports. Been on a good run as of late. And yeah, like I said, full slips. The biggest edge in DFS right now is probably correlation, where you're able to play these highly correlated plays. If X happens, Y and Z are likely to happen. Like, let's say, Who can we talk about? Let's say Josh Dobbs. If Josh Dobbs is going over, and say Justin Jefferson is his top target coming back soon, Justin Jefferson. If Josh Dobbs is going over receiving or pass yards, Jefferson and Addison are likely to go over receiving yards. Kind of something like that. But there's many different combinations that we have here on the back end that it computes the most highly correlated plays and puts out a slip for you guys in those games. But the biggest edge is the fact that you're getting a 25x payout on PrizePicks, and that's not even including insurance. So like a slip I placed today on the sportsbook, $100 bet would have won you like $2,400. On PrizePicks, it wins you $2,500, and you're getting insurance. 2x if you go 5 of 6, 0.4x if you go 4 of 6. On the sportsbooks, you don't have insurance. If you lose, you lose. If you lose one play, you're out. You're done. There goes your money. So we see plays like that pop up in the correlation tool all the time, but even more. Like a lot of times I'm seeing plays at like $1,900 is what you'd win on a $100 bet, or $2,100 is what you win on a bet, as opposed to $2,500 on PrizePicks. Pretty insane. But that is going to be it for me talking about the correlation tool. Like I said, you guys can get access to that linked in the description. What? Go get some money. You're kind of confusing me a little bit. Jordan Poole fantasy score. I will look at Jordan Poole's fantasy score for you, but you were jacking me up there. Yeah, his under is a solid play right now. Like, in comparing to the sportsbook market, if they were to have a fantasy score market on Jordan Poole, I must have passed it. Jordan Poole's off by 1.5 average between DraftKings and Barstool. And, we only use these books or show these books if they have every stat that we can use to make up NBA fantasy score here on PrizePicks. Taking into consideration their even lines for those stats, this is what their projections would be. Close to 28. He's at 29.5. Seems to be a little too high by about 1.5. So you would want to take the under of 29.5 as it's too aggressive on PrizePicks. The only other play, it's like Jordan Poole and Gordon Hayward, Max Klesmit we have here. We've just used all these plays just around it. I'm going to check Underdog real quick. No. Brandon Ingram, no. No, I really think that's kind of it. PrizePicks, guys, there's going to be plenty of value that's popping up over the next few hours, especially heading into NBA Lock. I'm not sure if TJ and Matt are going to be doing their normal live stream at Lock because TJ is moving today, so he's been kind of AFK. But if you guys have the optimizer, be refreshing, be checking your emails for your notifications when these big, these good plus EV plays pop up, because they are about to go crazy over the next couple hours with injury news for NBA, obviously NFL plays popping up, college football plays, college basketball. There's been insane value across college basketball. So if you guys have it, make sure you guys are checking the optimizer, refreshing. If you guys don't get it, I don't know what you're doing, waiting on. It's literally giving you the best plus EV plays in comparison to the sports books, and we're always going to follow the data. Put math over feelings. Who cares what you think about so-and-so going over? Follow the data. The sports books are giving you this information. We're putting it here in front of you. Take advantage of it. I'm not going to scan the middle tool at the moment, although I'm sure there is probably some good plays. I'm going to get off, try and get some more content out, maybe some more tweets. Maybe I'll tweet out a slip off the middle tool. I'm not sure. But been live for 46 minutes or so. That's going to be it. Appreciate you guys for watching. Correlation tool, fantasy bundle, links in the description. Try it yourself. And see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye, Marv. Later, man. Everybody have a good weekend and go Knowles, baby.